Hello, thanks for joining me today. My name is Ken Dick and I am one of the elders here at Willingdon Church. Today we're going to be looking at James chapter 3 verses 1 through 5. Let's read together. Not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach, we judge more strictly. We all stumble in many ways. Anyone who is never at fault in what he says is perfect, able to keep their whole body in check. We put bits into the mouths of horses to make them obey us. We can turn the whole animal. Or take ships as an example. Although they are so large and driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder, wherever the pilot wants to go. Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. These verses are the beginning of a larger passage that teaches us about controlling what we say. James starts with a warning to those that would be eager to be considered teachers in the church. He warns us that those that teach will be judged more strictly. It is amplified by reminding us that we all stumble, and specifically, we all stumble in our speech. In fact, James says that if we are able to control our speech, we are able to control our whole body. James then goes on to give two illustrations: controlling a powerful animal like a horse with a small thing like a bit, and controlling a large ship with a small thing like a rudder. In the same way, if we can control our tongues, he says, we're able to control our whole body. So when I consider this passage, I'm convicted. I don't always control my tongue like I should. I'm guessing that you are in the same place. So how do we learn to control our tongues, and in turn control our whole body? The key is this. It's not about you or me controlling our speech by gritting our teeth and heaping guilt on ourselves. It's about submitting to Christ and letting Him control our speech. So here are some practical things we can do. First, take responsibility for our words. If we reply in anger or harshly criticize someone or gossip about another person, it is not the other person's actions or faults that is making us speak this way. It's from what's in our own hearts. Read Matthew 12:35 through 37. Secondly, ask for forgiveness. If we have hurt others with our words, say sorry. It's humbling, but the healing it brings is worth it. If we make it a habit to ask forgiveness every time we speak poorly, we will soon learn to measure our words. Third, ask for help. Allowing other believers to speak into our lives is part of God's design for the church. Fourth, read the Bible often. This will get our hearts and minds, and even our tongues, in line with God's plan. Fifthly, and most importantly, rely on God's strength. Confess our failures. Ask God to give us strength and wisdom, and ask the Holy Spirit to fill us. I'm encouraged by this. Philippians 1 verse 6 says, being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ.